Alright folks, back again for another packing video. As you can see over here, Kitty is looking outside the window, checking out the birds. You go get them birdie. You go get them birdie, ain't you precious? Yeah, she's excited. So to update you real quick, I did an actual live stream on the home studio update. Quick live stream updates to that video. Right now we have loads of clothing, 12 bags in total. And today is going to be all about the guitar wall, okay? Going to be working on getting that down, all the guitars packaged and boxed up. All those little things down on the floor are actually little discs that go on the actual wall mounts to help protect. I don't really see how they're necessary, but I've got another wall mount here just behind me. And so today is going to be all about the guitar wall, and I'm going to be tackling the desk as well, okay? So the desk will definitely, I will be clearing the desk out. We'll be clearing everything off that's not necessary. Probably might keep my computer because I recently bought a course I want to look at. So I'm just going to, all the unnecessary stuff, get all that stuff boxed and packaged. That's my goal today. And in the next video, probably going to be the final one, I'm actually going to be moving all of the posters off the wall, taking all those down, and disassembling the desk itself. At least I'm going to try to disassemble it as little as possible. I don't want to do the whole thing because that's a big chore, but I need to actually release both of these pieces. This is one long table, and the crease is right there in the corner, and this is one long table, and then this is another one. So I'm going to try to separate those, get the backing off. If you can see down there, that's attached to both of them. So I'll have to remove everything so it's light enough to move maybe, and we'll get to see hopefully the process of that. Okay, so once again, I just wanted to make mention of my sponsor once again. Thanks to the guys over at Not So Expensive Shirts. Check out the link below. That will actually help promote this channel as well. That will actually help me out because they're sending shirts and everything, but shirts obviously don't pay the bills. So the link they've provided is an affiliate link. So that gives me, I think, 10% of sales. You don't have to pay anything extra, but that actually helps promote this channel and helps fund the things that I'm trying to do here on this channel. You know, new studio equipment, building a new studio, all that stuff costs money, and every little bit helps. So I appreciate that. Check them out. The actual link is below. And why? I got the best answer for that. Because bluegrass. Alright, this is the special edition shirt that I created and designed with the team over at Not So Expensive Shirts. Check it out, okay? And I will see you on the next segment of this video where I'm actually going to be taking all this stuff apart, and you'll get a nice shot of that back of the shirt for a while. Also, I'm going to have to put these guitars in their cases, so I'm probably going to use an actual bookshelf over here that was in the corner. I mean, that was in the closet. I'll be using that to put all the guitars on top of so that you can actually see what's going on, okay? So let's go ahead, get these guitars down. I'll probably do some different shots in here so you can see what's going on, and then I'll be removing the actual wall mounts. Okay, there's another one back there like I said, but I'll be removing these wall mounts and taking the guitars down and clearing this wall, and then we'll be tackling the desk, okay? We'll see you in that next segment. Go ahead and put the whammy bar in here. Okay, so this was the actual case that previous guitar came in. That was my Ibanez RG-EW 521 NZW. That's a zebra wood, which came from Chicago Music Exchange. A really great place I found on reverb.com. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's got a little perforation. I don't know what it's for. If anybody knows what this might be for, let me know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the RG, my other guitar, the blue one, in here. That other case is usually for that one, but I'm just going to put it in here because it's less expensive, obviously. And so I'm just going to put it in this case and use it for transportation. So let's get on with that. Check that out. Look nice. might have seen in the last part of the video, the other one, I put the whammy bar from this in that other case. That way I wouldn't have to worry about losing it in all this mess. Hoping I can get this in here without it being too hard to do. Now to make sure this doesn't come off accidentally, I'm gonna go get some packing tape and tape the ends of this so we can make sure it's secure. So instead of packing tape, I decided to use some duct tape since it matches the blue here. This is just goes to show how good an idea it is to keep at least one of these guitar boxes at all times. You never know when you're gonna need it. I'm glad I have this one. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to pack my bass in, so it will just have to come and maybe pack some blankets around it or something like that, but it should be fine. I don't play bass live anywhere, so I just never got a case for it. If I did, it would be like a gig bag probably. That's it. So let's just go ahead and put some of this duct tape on here and make sure it is secure. And what I need to do now is mark an arrow for which direction is the head. And why not do it in blue? Alright, now what remains is the bass guitar. I'll just leave it in its stand for now because when we take it with us, we'll just have to leave it like it is. My AZ guitar, I haven't packaged it up because I'm actually going to be playing it for the next few days, just messing around, so I've left it out and then I'll pack it up when everything's ready to go. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of all this stuff on this wall, get the stuff off the floor, find a new place for it, and go ahead and take these guitar wall hangers out. As far as the anchor points, the drywall anchors, probably will leave them in there for right now until the renter owner, the landlord, gets ready to paint it. Then I'll come back down here and pull those out. Don't really need them right now because I'm not going to be hanging them up anywhere for right now. All right, so let's get to that. First things first, this is a painting that was painted by my sister, Alyssa, and she gave this to me a couple years back, and I've decided to put it in my studio ever since. It's kind of like a feature in the background. I think it's really good. She did a really good job. So this will probably just go with some canvas that we still need to transport. I'll just put it with there and find a new place for it in my new studio somewhere when I get it ready. Handy dandy ukulele, can't forget that. Special VIP pass when we went to see Paul Gibbard a couple years ago, 2019. I wasn't a VIP person, but this was laying on the table and nobody claimed it, so I went away with a souvenir, so that's what that is. Alright, this is pretty smart. I didn't think about that, but I actually held this on the wall with a piece of tape. This is an actual sticker from Mika Tushka, pardon my pronunciation, Mika Tushka. This is a sticker from when I purchased his Mountain Tone albums. Alright, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the memory card on my camera being filled up, this was obtained from getting Mika Tushka's, aka Mr. Fastfinger, his album Mountain Tone 1 and 2. That is an awesome album, instrumental album. If you're into old style synths and 80s and electric guitar and shred and all that stuff, check him out. He's got some awesome stuff on there. I consider him a really good mentor for guitar stuff. Check him out. Alright, so let's continue. Now we have their exercise bands that I kind of abandoned after a pretty good while, to be honest with you. Used them for about 3 weeks and then just kind of left them there and did nothing else with them. So hopefully I can get back into that pretty soon. I'm going to package them up. These are from the company. These are from Live Infinitely. Really good company. I don't know if they sell these bands anymore, but they got a lot of good hammocks and stuff like that and fitness stuff. Really like their gear. It all fits in a nice and convenient bag, if you can get it all in there. So I'm not needing any video stuff because I won't have time to do anything probably. Go ahead and wrap all this gear up like I did my studio lights. This is a guitar stand my sister and her husband built for me. Really nice. Yeah, these are just some colored lights and just these little kind of silver clamp lights. I think it's what they're called, clamp lights. And they're really, really handy. You can use these with just regular LEDs that are daylight balanced and have at least 5,000 K color temperature. That's that cool white look. They really make a big difference. So we'll wrap these up, probably put these somewhere else too, and we'll continue cleaning the floor. Decal I've been meaning to put up for a long time here in the studio, but now that we're moving, I'll just save it for the actual studio. Isn't that nice? We'll put that in there somewhere. Find a place for that too. I don't know where I exactly put a lot of stuff. Can't forget the Stevie Ray Vaughan poster. That's going to be once again for poster day. I'll have to figure out what to do with that later. I'll probably just go in my truck and transport it that way. Set it to the side right now. One more thing. After this anyway, this is a large USB cable. Probably end up using that fairly soon, or packing it up. I mean, this is one of the actual strap things that came with Planet Way, so I use that for a little strap hanger. So that'll be something very handy. Probably put it in the same place as the wall hanger. And the last thing for now is this table, which I can probably leave right here. I just set it in the where we pack everything else right now in the hallway. Alright, that leaves wall hangers. Go ahead and get them out. Got my wireless screwdriver, cordless, and I'm going to go get the bits and then we'll get those out. So let's get her going. So all these are by fret rest. I got these for like $10 a piece, I think, on sale. And you just screw them into the studs if you can find them. Luckily, I was able to find the studs on this wall. Now on this one, there's two of them over here that couldn't find the studs, so I had to use drywall anchors. So hopefully there's not a lot of holes I had to patch up. But that's all it is, just two screws and a nice little headrest here that comes off. And what I'm gonna do is the little pieces I showed you earlier that were all on the floor, I just gathered up a few minutes ago. Would stick them on there and that way they'll be there. I guess that's supposed to keep your guitars stable. I'm not sure exactly, but they just kind of hang on the ends like that. I'll kind of bring them down a little further so they don't slip off easily. And they may actually go on the back. I don't know, for better support so they're not moving. I'm not sure, but that's what they're going to be. And I'm just going to pack them up in, I don't know, somewhere. Let's get the rest of them out. Now we have a bare wall, as you can see there, nothing, which is nice. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other guitar mount. And as you can see, I've decided to use a blanket to cover up my base here. This little deer blanket my mom made for me. Alright, so let's get this other one down and we'll be done with that part. Alright, luckily that seems to be an actual stud as well. That leaves just two drywall anchor areas that I had to do with that. I guess I may try to pull them out at a later date. For now, put the last ones on here. The last two little dilly-doos. Well, this is being more stubborn than the other ones were. Alright, so that does it for that. It's a nice little image in the background there. If I can figure out where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, buddy. Deer hunter. Alright, so we got these done now, and what I'll probably do, I've actually got a box here laying down to the side, I think, somewhere. I thought I had one, for packing up some the stuff on the desk. So I'll probably just put these in there, take the screws out, put them in a little baggie or something, and know that they go for this. So that's what we'll be going for next. So now the wall is done, and as we can see here, the wall is now done, and all that's left to remain is to tackle the desk. Alright folks, so here we are at the desk, and as you can see there is a lot of stuff in the way for right now. So to make this a better shot, I'm going to go ahead and get my guitar here out of the way. I'm going to move this chair out of the way and open that whole area up. And these two boxes, I found them. These two boxes here are going to be used for packing up everything on top of the desk. The things that are in the drawers already, I'm just going to leave them there because I can just take them out and take the drawers by themselves. But everything else, I'm going to use two boxes pack up everything, and I may actually have some video stuff, some other video boxes in my cubbies over here that I may use. But for now, let's just go and get this stuff out of the way, pack what needs to be packed up. When we get to the pedal board, I'll probably do a special area there and zoom in there. I'm probably just going to do everything off the top first and then work on the pedal board, getting all that stuff on the floor picked up and ready to go. So let's do it. Ibanez AZ242BC, isn't she a beaut? Bacote top, so I've decided to name this Bacote. That's the name of this guitar, so why not? It is a coffee deep espresso burst, and I absolutely love it. Roasted maple fretboard. I've got some videos on that on YouTube. Check that out. Ibanez AZ242BC. Awesome guitar. Why don't we add some ambiance to the scene? Bunch of these everywhere all throughout the house, so always keep your container. You never know when they'll come in handy. I decided while I had this, I'd go around the house and pick up a bunch of these, so now we're set. Got a bunch of manuals here, so I'm going to actually put them in the manuals cubby. I can access these later. Check out these stands. These are lights by Newer. This hat got stands there. This is cool. Check this out. To collapse, come down here, screw on the bottom. It makes it easier. Vacuum. Pretty cool. And here's what the actual light looks like. There's the model number on the back. Check out ericbeatty.com/shop for the link to where you can find these bad boys, okay? And you can also check ericbeatty.com/gear for all my other gear and music reviews on different music and lighting gear and things like that that I use. Shameless plug. there's the box that came in. And these actually also have some blue and yellow and red filters that you slide over the top if you need them. I can't find them right now, I don't know where I put them, but when I do, I stick them in this box. Again, these envelopes come in really handy. I have a thermometer here. It's got all these tags on what the temperature is in the room. Right now it is currently 68. It goes by the ones on the bottom, and it's currently 68 degrees in here. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up, put it in this envelope here, and make sure it's good and padded before I pack it. What I'm going to do is wrap it once on one side, fold it once, and then fold it to the other side, so I can have it packed on both sides evenly. As you can see, we're already making progress. It's getting pretty clean over here. Just packing things in the box. There's some things I still need to take off, but I haven't got to the power yet, where all everything's plugged up. I'll do that later, and then maybe move some of that stuff to there. But for now, let's continue working our way around, putting stuff away as we see fit. Gotta love the desk charms. Yeah, buddy. Take out that aggression. Go through all my desk charms. Got some Slimer, Pop Funko, love Slimer. Popeye, I've had this thing for years. This is Applause, the name of the company, Applause. Love this little charm. And then we got some little Batman trinket. I don't remember where I got that. Maybe found it somewhere, but let's see what else we got. Alright, next up we have the Grinch, the newer version. Got that when it came out, the Pop Funko. We have a cool little Transformers toy that I just had to get. And it's a helicopter that transforms into a Transformer. It's very few steps. It's a small little thing, almost like something you get in a Happy Meal. And then just a little, I don't know what this is, a Pokemon or Fox or something. I just thought it was cool, so I kept it. I got one more to show you. This is one of my favorite items of all time. I got this years ago, and I think it was, I want to say it was on a beach somewhere. I think it was actually maybe one of my high school senior trips when we went to Virginia Beach. And this is just a little sea turtle carved out of like some kind of quartz or something. But I've always loved this item. It's a good little paperweight or whatever, but it's always been one of my favorite things I've ever gotten. Put up some headphones that I've got from One Audio. Bought these a few years back for like 25 bucks, and I use them for mixing. They are excellent noise reduction. They're good for gaming. They come with a couple different cables. One's kind of like a curly cable for extra long use, and the other one that actually has a microphone and a little button on it like you would use for headphones for speaking on games and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good little gaming set of headphones if you're going to use it like that. But these go in this bag, and they're going to go back in the desk, and that's one less thing that has to go in the box. One thing for sure, I got all this stuff moved in, there's definitely going to be some reorganization A lot of stuff that I can't ever find, it seems like. Twisty ties. They never seem to be around when you need them. Alright, so sadly this will not fit in that box, so I had to find another way to accommodate some of this gear. For now, I'll just sit it on, I guess, the desk chair over here. Okay, now is one of the big things I'm going to do is this monitor over here. I'm going to go ahead and unhook it because I don't really need it. I'll go ahead and get it ready. I'm actually going to probably use it in the new house as a TV until I get the actual studio, the real studio set up. Probably use that as a TV for like PlayStation and stuff like that, and just to watch Chromecast and stuff like that on. Possibly, because that is actually a TV monitor. So I'm going to go ahead and unhook that, and that'll leave the 11 rack free to go ahead and unhook the cables later on when I get ready to do that, probably tomorrow sometime. Alright, let's get at it. One of these days, I'm definitely getting me a label maker very soon, because right now the masking tape is at the other house. So what I'm having to do is put scotch tape on here and label this what it is. It's just an HD card reader, an SD or whatever it's called, flash card reader with a USB adapter, and I'm actually using it as a license for PV Revolver 4. So that's what I'm going to put on this little flag here. PV revalver 4 license. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off for a minute, and we'll resume here in just a little bit. All right, so what I'm realizing right now is it's nice to have a clean desk. So the good thing is this will be a really good change of pace, and it'll be nice to keep my desk this clean in the new place. There's really not much left to do. It's about time to get to the floor and everything, because I'll have to unhook the 11 rack and all that stuff on the floor, and the monitor and everything's plugged in down there. So a lot of this stuff is just powered. So I'm gonna have to get down to the bottom and unhook stuff. And I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take a break, come back to that in just a little while after I've rested a little bit and see what happens. And I just remembered I've got to add these wall hangers. That needs to go. So I'm gonna set this right here so I won't forget. The only thing really left to do is I've got some fans, USB fans here for keeping my computer cool. That and is about the only thing left that's not powered. I'll just wrap them up, put them in here, and then we'll take a break, and I'll see you in the next video. Twisty ties have foiled me once again. And where twisty ties fail, Velcro ties come to the rescue. Hopefully, if it's long enough. Looks like it will be. Good deal. Fans go in here. And for now, break time. All right, so we're back. I've had about an hour and a half of watching Seinfeld and laughing my head off. So I've had a little time to think, and what I'm going to do, I definitely have to remove these smaller speakers here. I'll get rid of those. Not get rid of them, remove them. Or however, once again, plugged in. So I have to get under there and get all this stuff straightened out. I'm going to go ahead and I think I've decided to go ahead and unplug the 11 rack and everything, because if I don't now, I have to tomorrow, because we're doing I want to try to do the desk tomorrow. So regardless, tomorrow everything's got to be off of this desk, Mac and everything. And I may actually use my Mac tonight and maybe part of tomorrow, I don't know. So I'm leaving it hooked up for now. But when last we talked, I was getting this monitor settled. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and put these guitar holders, wall mount holders up. I'll probably just get a little sandwich bag, put the screws in, put those in, and just go from there. There's going to be a little bit of gear stuff with the pedal board. Probably end up putting it in the next box, whatever can fit. But let's just get on with it and see what happens. I think what I'll do, so that I'll know what these screws go to, is actually put one of the wall mounts inside the bag. That way I know what they're for. I'll go ahead and put the rest of the screws in there too. Can't believe that actually fit. That's my microphone boom stand. It actually fits in there. Awesome. So now everything at this point is powered. So I'm gonna have to get into there and start digging and getting rid of a bunch of stuff that's powered, unplugging cables, getting all that stuff taken care of. So let's dive deep into what we're doing there. Take care of these pedals, and then I'll do another final shot when we're removing all the rest of this stuff here. Alright, so shot on these cables real quick. What goes where actually. Figure that out later, I guess. Alright, so let's try it. Alright, so as you can see, lots of chaos happening here. So what I'm going to do is just unplug everything, unplug all the cables, unplug the things that I don't need that are on the desk for right now, and we'll just go from there. This is one thing I don't need, but I can hold off on it for a little bit and just go ahead and make some little light happen here. See if that'll help any. That should light it up a little bit better. So we'll use that as some light. I just want to unplug it for now. So the convenient thing about this is it should fit in its own box. Let's see if it does. I'm going to take one of these boxes here. Hopefully it fits in here. I'm not sure if it will or not. It looks like it might be a little too big for it, of course. Actually, that works. Good deal. We'll leave that in there like it is. And then I have a gear box. Good deal. Twisty ties. What about that? I have a bin for guitar cables, so I'm just going to toss this over there and put them up later. This is one of the handiest tools ever. This is actually just an extension cord with a foot switch. So I can turn off or turn on anything I need to pretty much with the use of this. And you can put in another power strip, and everything on that power strip is actually powered by this one little foot switch. So it's very handy. I definitely recommend this to any musicians out there for powering your gear. Remember I said earlier that I'm going to have to get me a label maker? Well, I definitely need one for this too, because I put some masking tape on all these so I know what they are, and it's just basically terrible. It's faded, the text is faded away and all that stuff, so I'm actually going to have to create a label for a lot of this stuff. Probably should go ahead and order that so that it will be ready when it's time to put all the stuff back together. So let's see what we got here. section is now powered down. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and get some of these things put in their boxes and move to the section that's behind me, which has like the fan and the lights and things like that, the LED lights. So let's go ahead and box some of this stuff up. Does anybody know a quick way to do the twisty ties so you don't have to keep fiddling with it? Leave a comment below. So for my 11 rack, I'm using the Mellow Audio MIDI commander. I've got a video that I'm going to be releasing soon if it's not already out. But this is an excellent pedal, and it's a kind of like a review slash demonstration of how to use this pedal with the 11 rack. It can be used for all sorts of things. You can also use it to power your DAW on your computer, and since it's MIDI, you can use it for just about anything. And it's a great bargain. I think I got this for a little over $100, I want to say. Definitely a great little foot pedal. If I ever need for anything else, it's already pre-set up with Kemper. It's already pre-set up with XFX, Jam Play, I think it's what it's called, a bunch of different ones. So I highly recommend it, and I think it might be in my gear. If you go to ericbeatty.com/gear, you should be able to find it there. Highly recommend this pedal. Mellow Audio MIDI Commander. Switch views here so we can see what we got on this side. As you can see, much more work to be done here. This is actually attached to my 11 rack, so I can't really put it in the box right now, so set that to the side and start disassembling all these things. You know, as I continue to remove all these powered things, it makes me realize how much I probably really don't need to plug in to my computer. As a studio, there's all kinds of cables and everything, I understand that, but I'd say a lot of this stuff I really don't necessarily need to have plugged in at all times. For example, this, the PreSonus fader port, the original one, I don't necessarily have to have this plugged in because I'm not using it all the time. I'm only using it mainly when I'm mixing. So I could just leave it out somewhere and then plug it when it's time for it to be plugged in. That would save me a USB spot. That would save me a power slot. So that would save me from having to use all these different power strips as well. So it's just something to think about next time I get ready to set everything up. I'm going to try for a minimal setup in the new house until I get the permanent studio space fixed. That will give me some ideas of what I can live on, quote unquote, minimally in my studio until I need to move into the big one. So maybe I'll have a better perspective of what I really need and what I don't need. Let's continue. These are the LED lights that we're seeing. The green under here, that's for this. I don't think that cord reaches very long at all, but I'd like to go ahead and get rid of this. Actually, when I get the desk out is when I'll be able to get those cords behind here a little bit better. So it's probably better I just leave these on for now, unplug all that tomorrow when I actually kind of disassemble and move the desk back this way. Remember previously I talked about all the old cassette tapes? Check this out. I actually got a cassette tape that I use I haven't used in a long time, but I can actually plug in my, I think it's my Behringer UC something. I don't remember what it's called, but I plug it into this and throw that over onto, I think it's either a mixer or I don't think it's USB. Somehow I get this connected to the computer, and I'm able to do different tapes and things like that. And so the main one I've been wanting to do is I showcased this not long ago, but that's our old album, our first album we made as the Heavenly Travelers, me and my two stepbrothers and my sister. I don't know when I'll get to that. Now I'm kind of wondering how in the world I would do that, because I don't have, actually maybe my audio interface would have the correct cables. One of them does, I know, so that's probably how I'll get that to work. Anyway, I don't consider this gear. I consider this as maybe part of the computer, so I'll probably put it in the computer box, the computer desk box, if we can find room in there. These two cassettes and everything. But let me show you these old cassettes that I got. I don't even know what's in this section here, if there's anything in here. More cassettes. Wow, a lot more cassettes. I went my lot. I'll just leave it like that. Well, one of my favorite players, Billy McLaughlin, out of hand. He's on Spotify. Check him out. If you don't know him, get to know him. Really good player. All kinds of cassettes here. These are a lot of, I think some of these are homemade that I've been wanting to convert for a long time. And these are old. This is some seminar series that I've had, different things like that. Old homemade tapes. The homemade ones I think are in here, in this part. Let me show you my little stash here. I've had these for years. Check all those out. These are old sermons and revivals and homemade tapes and all kinds of stuff that I've had for years. I don't know if I'll ever get to listen to these or not. It's just too much to even put into CD and digital formats. Too much work. So, I don't know. Maybe one of these days, but not anytime soon, most likely. Alright, so at this point everything is unplugged that needs to be unplugged. Well, you still got some things on the desk, so I'm going to go back to the full desk shot, start removing the things that are unpowered now, and go from there. I'm undecided yet if I want to leave my 11 rack plugged in or not. Obviously I'll take it out tomorrow, but I may want to play guitar tonight. Who knows? But we'll see. I know I'll probably unplug it from everything that it's plugged into, except maybe the power cable itself. Well, I've already pulled some of the cables out. I guess I will leave it unplugged, so because I've already got the cables put up. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go to the next shot. Alright, so as you can see, now the desk is clear underneath. I'm going to take that light out now that I don't need. And we're now going to finish moving the stuff from the desk that I no longer need for now. Probably we'll take off those LED lights tomorrow. Let's hurry up and get this done, and then that way I can transport all these files to my computer, because I only have a few minutes left. So let's get with it. Alright, so back once again, let's take all this stuff off that we don't need and see if we can fit it in the boxes that I have designated for that. Hey, alright guys, so that was the wife calling. She's on her way with supper, and we're going to call it quits when she gets here and resume where we left off tomorrow morning. But for now, I just remembered that when we packed this up, I still had this. I was thinking I took it to the house. This is what I'll probably try to fit my little cassette deck in. I think that's where I usually put it anyway, so we're going to try to fit it in there. So let's open that up and do that. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the Euphonio by Behringer. This is what I would tend to use plugged into the audio output jack or the headphone jack right here of that cassette deck. And these are the cables, which usually this does have a USB, so I was thinking it did, and it does, so that's good. That's what I would use to convert that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here to save space, and then we'll try to fit that cassette deck in here. We have the foot pedal here. I thought it was MIDI. The MIDI cable went to the middle audio, so this is actual mono cord quarter-inch cable here. That'll go there. MIDI cable out of the way. Well, this was supposed to go back in the music thing, but I put it up, so I'll just stick it in here. My foot pedal box is actually getting kind of full. I think that's pretty much it for those, though. Oh, this was supposed to go in there too. The microphone. I don't really have room for these speakers here, so I have to find another way to accommodate those. I think I can still fit some things in here. It'll be very little things. Okay, that was supposed to go. Let's just go ahead and get that back out. Alright, as I was saying, I think I might have a little room for that. These are the 11-rack mounting screws. I've already got them in there, so I'll probably just go ahead and put them down there. So I can easily find them. Don't think these will fit in there. It would be awesome if they did. We're going to have to find another place for that. It looks like I'm going to have to find some more room anyway for the other speakers, computer dock, audio interface. So I'm going to have to find another box before tomorrow when we get all this done. Now that as I look at it, I don't see myself playing much guitar tonight, if any. So it may be that my later rack is going to be unplugged and everything anyway tonight. We shall see. For now, I'm actually going to probably transfer these files on my computer and back it up one more time. I got a brand new hard drive in today for my dock. It's 2 terabytes, so I'll actually have space to do that on there. So that may be happening. That will be happening tonight, so I can clear out some more space on the camera itself. I think this is all I can do for right now. I can't really do anything else for these speakers and everything else. I'll just set those to the side and we'll call this done for now. Put the lid on this gearbox if I need any more. I have a little bit of room for smaller things, so we're going to label this and call it a day. I am beat. Alright guys, that'll be it for now. I will see you on the next video. I don't know what part we're up to. I think this is part 4. It might be 5 parts total. But I'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please check out my sponsor, Not So Expensive Shirts. You can check that in the link below. Why? because bluegrass. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends this channel, because every little bit helps. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. God bless, and keep creating.